Right, on this episode, we'll get the Nova finished. And if you like Sierra Sapphires, I'll stay around to the end, because once the Nova's done, we're going to start on that.
Right. Make sure you stick around, there's a bit of food at the end. As you can see, we're working on the figures.
Oh, working on them.
So, that's it then.
Well,
See you in a bit.
Ta-da.
Ta-da!
So the Nova at the minute, the brakes have led, the fuel system's all connected up, everything's in place, everything's tight. We're just missing that fitting from the fuel rail because we got the wrong one. All that's left now is to fit the exhaust. This is a custom made stainless steel exhaust, 2.5 inch side exit with one silencer in the middle. Before we fit it, we're going to clean it up and give it a polish, because obviously we can't put it back on looking all dirty and the rest of the car's now mint. So just got some sand and pads, get them from like B&Q, give them a sand down, and then after that we'll get the machine polish with a bit of auto salt across it. It should come up really nice. So stick around a couple of minutes and we'll see what the outcome is. And also people are asking, is yes a working dog? Yes, he is a working dog. He works on cars every now and again. And I think actually he's not pulling his weight lately. So he's getting a bit lazy on the tools.
Sleep.
He's got to get sacked because we've had enough now. He's getting money for now out of this company.
Oh, then it is.
So we're going to, yes, I think you should finish this off.
Oh, then. Yes.
Yeah.
Good lad. That's it, see? Oh, you've done a good job there, lad. Right? You've done alright there.
Oh, are you getting on with that then? That looks alright, doesn't it?
What on?
Ready to polish, I think then. Pierce brown, tighten it up.
Nice.
We need that hanger on there now. That's not quite. Oh, I've got the grommets to put in the floor as well. Right, I'll tighten the front up. Boom. So just busy finishing the bottom of the car off. Got to put the rubber grommets back in. Got all the grommets here, cleaned up, ready to put back in. Now, one of the people I've seen rebuilding Novas, they get new grommets from the dealership, right? But they look different to the old ones. These are the originals. I'll read the part number out here. We'll put that across the screen. Anybody else, because I know some people have struggle getting them, have a hard time getting them. Part number 02879 379. Right? Just double check on a couple of them, they're all the same. Right, 02879 379. Come and have a look at this. This is GM. They've got the GM part stamp on it. You see that? You get that there. The original 1980s rubber grommets for the bottom of the floor. So people have said you can get new ones from the dealership. I've seen them, a lot of the people have used. The work and the fit, and they're still genuine, but they look different to the originals. Not that I'm really bothered, but these ones have got nothing wrong with them, they fit. So anyway, what I saw is, when people fit them, I've stripped a couple of these original cars that haven't been took apart before, and from the factory, these grommets are always put inside the car that way. And when people take them apart and put them back together, they turn them round and they put them in from the bottom of the car and push them up. I never used to think that was a good idea, because when you get in the car and put your foot on the carpet, you could push the grommet out. I don't think that's a problem that anybody actually has, but I had them fitted the right way around, the factory way before. This time I'm going to fit them the other way around, but I've got an idea why. My idea is, get my grommets, and I'm going to take a little bit of lubricant, stop the car from rusting, and to stop the grommets from drying out and perishing, just fill them up with like a little bit of lubricant. So what that's going to do now, right, when I put that in the bottom of the car, because them holes in the bottom of the car, the drainage holes, they're prone to rust. So these holes rust out around the edge, you end up having to fix them, weld them. When I have that grease in there, and I put that in the bottom of the car, that edge of metal is going to have a constant barrier of grease around it. It's never going to rust. So my idea behind that is a bit of corrosion protection for the future. So that's how I'm going to fit them. Just thought I'd mention that. It's not very important, but it's a little minor detail. Might help you restoring your car. So that's the way I'm going to do it. That's been a broadcast from Chintz Motorsport. You're welcome. Some grommets in for them. Wait a minute, I've had one of them. Right, we're busy putting the fuel system back together. The front end now. Fuel lab, fuel pressure regulator mounted to the bulkhead. We've got the two fuel lines come up from the fuel tank into there. This little blanking plate put in there because we've changed the regulator that was on there from factory to an adjustable one. So what we're on with now, we've got the AN braided fuel lines, and we need to convert the fittings to AN fittings. AN stands for Army Navy. They're really good quality. So just a bit of a neater job, a better seal. You're not using like Jubilee cuts and things like that. That's fucked. Where'd that go? So I've lost things in this engine bay, right? Let's put this out there. I've lost, I think I lost a spanner in there, a socket. There's things in there I've lost and never been seen again.
Fingers.
Where the fuck's that gone? Ah, it's on top of the turbo.
Oh, do you want us to get me magnet?
No, it's aluminium.
Oh.
I've got a good tool for this. Me tool.
Oh, you grab it.
I can't get it with that.
I think the subscribers should stick around for what's in store on the EN front.
The company that makes these, I've spoke to them asking if we can get some sort of deal, because we're buying a lot of all these hoses on this engine bay for this car, the Merc, the Sierra, the Porsche. We're buying a lot of things from them. So I said, look, we're buying so many things, we're also making videos about it. Would you be interested in giving us some sort of deal? We can get a deal for other people who are interested, who want to do the same sort of thing to their car. So they told us they might be interested in that. So we're in negotiations. We'll keep you up to date on that, but hopefully we'll get some sort of deal on the EN lines and your fittings. And it helps us all, doesn't it?
In uncertain times.
We can build our cars. I'm sick of that on the radio. We can build our cars with all these fittings on. And the viewer, good deal for you. Stick around. Chintz Motorsport is here to help. Right. So I hope we get a better deal. That's what it's all about. And another thing, people need to start subscribing, liking the videos.
Subscribe and
I
follow.
like asking people, but if you want to see this grow into something, and I'm not talking about that. If you want to see this grow into something, you need to start subscribing and helping this thing grow, like, because it's going to benefit everybody in the long run when we're getting deals and stuff for people. And use all these tips. We're giving you gold every week for free.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Some hours in here, like Chintz Motorsport.
No way.
It's the only way to get it done. And you get these people now with their cars.
Like,
my car's modified, it's got a sticker on the back window. Where you're putting 1,000 hours into like daft things on a car. You put a sticker on the window, you think your car's modified. Put a Chintz Motorsport sticker on.
Right, then it is modified. Guaranteed to make your car faster.
Okay, I just finished putting this on. Right, look, that's where the factory fuel line fits on a C20 left. Fits into that fitting there. I'm going to replace it with this. So we've got nice EN fittings in instead of this factory stuff. Try and get it out without taking the whole car apart though. Crack it off there, crack it like a fart. Oh, that's tight. Get that crack, like a fart. That's your factory hose. The engine conversion in an Nova. This is the way this one was done. Your standard C20 left, fuel line, bit of fuel coming out there. Run into copper or whatever else you want to use. The way we're going to run this straight from the fuel tank, straight up into the fuel rail. Much higher quality than any other conversion done like that.
Tighten it a little bit, then loosen it.
First, and then you go the other way.
I've heard that that's a little thing you can do.
I just did it there. I was just testing.
To cracking farts. Stinks of petrol. It's petrol, you know.
It's good. Haven't smelt the petrol in a while. Been working on dirty diesels. Diesel fitter now.
You run them, man.
Diesel.
You run it.
You run them.
You run it.
You run diesels. Hey, that better be the right size. Someone took a measurement of this for me. God, how fucking long is it? It is, I think, isn't it? No. It's not the right size, is it? The saga continues. Fucking hell, man. So I can't put the fuel line on now. Wrong size. Thanks for that. Thanks for misleading information.
So it's the weekend after.
So that's the one. I've got the right fitting now. Two fittings. I've got an M10 and an M12. On the C20 left fuel rail. Fuel in and fuel out, two different sizes. So we're using the M12. I've got my copper O-ring assortment. I'm going to put a copper O-ring on to seal it. Show you how that works. And there's our fuel line, look. See that? There's our fuel line. That goes into there. But first, I put this into the back of the fuel rail. in there. Ring the copper O-ring compressors, because it's copper, crushes and creates a seal. PTFE tape is fuel resistant. So if you get any leaks from these sort of fittings, you can put PTFE tape on, it seals them. Right, what size span is that then? 16, 17? A little bit of light injector cleaner stuff. I've been running this on a couple of the cars lately with good results. Cleans like your injectors, your fuel system, all that stuff. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in. And then we've got a couple of petrol cans full of V-Power. This only gets run on V-Power fuel, 99. I'm going to put the cheap stuff in this one. So got the battery fully charged up last night, ready for this. Put it in there. Right, I've got this set up as best as I can. Put the ignition on, and as soon as I see a stop, stop. It's gonna take a minute. Hope we've got these pipes the right way around. Not sure what's happening. Right, stop it there. Through the filter then to the end. So I'm going to disconnect it. And there's nothing. Right. That should have fuel coming out of it. Right, now when we put the pump on, it should suck fuel through there. Hope we haven't got something mixed up here. Right, go and prime the engine, the pump, and I'll see what happens here with this disconnected.
That's one, that's two.
Right, nothing. That's blown. See it again? So that is actually pushing. Stop. That's pushing, but we're not getting any fuel. So I wonder if we've put this pipe on in the right place, because that should have fuel coming out of it. Hey guys, better come down
at Harbor Freight.
to Walmart. So a bit of a situation on the fuel pump. The lines mixed up the wrong way, and they're both different sizes. So we need a reducer. Didn't have any to hand. B&Q sell them, right? Polypropylene, and it is fuel resistant, because I've just checked. Just come down to B&Q, right? Get your bits and pieces. You get your
Bits and bobs. You call it your bits and bobs section.
Right, so I thought I'd just check in with you as well, we're here. We do get out and about a bit. Is that happening?
That's about as out and about as we get, though.
So we're live now. Welcome back, viewers. Chins Motorsport. Right, I'm going to explain what's happened. Bit of a situation. The fuel pump. So obviously you've got your fuel in, comes in, sucks in, and it pushes it out the other end. It pushes it out through a fuel filter to the engine. Somehow we're getting things mixed up and we've put it back together. I don't know how, because we're so busy and so hectic. Fuel lines are the wrong way around. One fuel line is larger than the other, so you have to put a reducer in. So if I can get the reducers, sort it all around. Now it works. That was the problem. They were the wrong way around. So we'll fix that. But like I said, the fuel lines, with them being new and they've just been cut, they're gonna have like rubber particles inside of them and bits of debris and stuff like that. So it's best to flush them through a little bit. If you look from the bottom there, you'll be able to see all the shit. And if you look from the side there,
Ooh,
can you see that?
it's very dirty.
There's some little look in there, you can't really see much, but there's little bits of rubber and stuff in there. How harmful that is to your engine, not really sure. Probably not very harmful, but you didn't want it in there anyway. If I can prevent it, I will. So I'll show you a little demonstration anyway. We'll stick that pipe in there, run the pump, and I'll show you the fuel coming out, just so you can see that we're all working, and then we just need to connect the other pipe up, supply fuel to the engine, and she should fire. That's it, we're making some power, and then we'll lay some power down on the street. Oh, I'm not lie on my belly for this one. This is why you need all the cushioning, you see. Oh,
Look at the belly hanging out.
oh, oh, get back on it. Straight back into it.
You do the backtrack.
You recover from your fart, and then you get straight back into it. Oh, right. So finally, swap both the fuel lines around, and everything should be correct now. So we're going to run a little bit of fuel through just to line the new hoses, and get rid of any little bits of rubber and shit like that. Into this jar, so we'll have a quick look, and then we'll connect the fittings up, put fuel to the engine, and she should run. So let's try that now. I'll get set up. You can get ready inside the car with the key.
Yep.
Let's hit it.
Let's hit it.
Ooh. We're ready.
Let's come in. Right, off. That's it. Let's check what we've got. I've seen a little bit of rubber coming out like. Actually, I'll tell you what. Hit it again. Right, knock it off, knock it off. Right, let's check what we've got in the jar. See how clean it is. Oh, then come out. Oh, there's quite a bit of shit in there. Look at that.
Oh, why?
Look in the bottom of there. Look at that from the bottom. So, you know, that's why it's good to have did that. Also, it would be good to have a fuel filter somewhere in the engine bay. But we're just running one filter, the factory sort of standard.
Might be worth doing that again.
Oh, I think I will. There's a lot of shit there, isn't there? That would have either clogged the regulator up, and that's like a 200 odd quid fuel regulator. Or it would have went into the injectors and just caused us more problems. So, aye, it's good to flush them out a little bit, but a little tip there would be to put a second filter in.
Nice easy one somewhere on the bulkhead or something like that.
Never have too many filters.
Yeah, you can't hear
I've
it
run
since
10
much
filters on my car.
I'd my fuel line to be made of filters.
Just a filter though.
Just a
That's blood.
And here we are. Chins never ends. Broke down. Lovely.
Right, well, where do we start? We'll start with, this is our plan. We might be able to achieve it, we might not. We're going to find out.
So it's the 7th of May now.
7th of May now, Ford Fair's what was the 13th of August?
Something like that.
The 13th of August. So, we've got about 3 months.
And that's working full-time jobs and running the rest of the fleet.
Fixing other things that need to be done and stuff like that. It's not just a 3 month of solid work on this, it's trying to get it done in our spare time. So the plan is, we're going to have to stick to the basics just to get it on the road. We're going to do the brakes, we're going to weld it.
The bare minimum for an
We'll have
MOT.
a look at the engine, put a timing belt on. Ford Silverstone's about 300 mile. So we've got a 600 mile round trip in this. Is it going to make it or not?
No, you run it like decent.
This is crazy, right? People are not attempting this sort of thing.
No. This is why these type of cars end up off the road forever, because the amount of work that needs done to get it to the standard that we want.
Well, eventually we're going to restore it so it's absolutely mint. Like the Nova,
Like
mint, but we want to try and get it on the road first and get it to the Ford Fair, just as a bit of fun.
Roadkill.
Like if you watched Roadkill before, same sort of thing. Is it possible or not? I didn't know. We're going to give it a go. If you follow our videos every week, you'll be able to, we'll keep you updated on how we're getting on with it. You might even see us at Ford Fair in this.
No, you will see us at Ford Fair in this.
Right there, chinses and chinsets. This is what we're going to have to end the video. Been working on the car all day. We're knackered. We're going now for something to eat now, somewhere nice. A bit of a treat. A bit of a treat for the bank holiday. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Aye, like it. All of the stuff. Leave a comment. If you liked it, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, leave a comment. See you on the next one. Ta-ra, fuck off.
No, do you like to do again? Right.
Anything else or just the coffees? Oh, just the coffee. No problem.